Alright, before we get into the video, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Comment what y'all want to see next, and let me know if you enjoyed this breakdown and if you want to see more. And another thing before we get into the video, I think the game is going to be great. Don't take this video the wrong way. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Check out my boy Smook and our Discord in the description. And thank you for watching. Enjoy the video. So the main topic of this video would be progression, because in the DeepWoken Direct, which I should have in the background, we didn't really see a lot of talk about how progression will go. So I kind of wanted to go into that a bit and just explain my piece on what I think they should do and on what they probably will do, and just bring up some more questions that no one is asking. So first question, how is progression going to work? I feel like this is something that we're all kind of like wondering in the back of our heads when no one's asking. We see how much skill the game takes and how much detail that they've put into the game, but oh, my bad, just took a sip of water. But we haven't really seen any like skill charts. Actually, we've seen a little bit of skill charts and stuff like that, but we haven't really seen anything about the, how to level up. What are stats in this game, and what can we level up? Can our skills get stronger? Is there like a stat kind of bullshit like what Shinobi Life 2 has? Like, we just don't know, and those are things that I'm really curious about. How can I get better? What are the best ways to get better? When I first spawn in, will I be able to figure out, okay, so that's where I need to go? And I have a couple questions about mobs that we'll get into later. But next question. So if you saw the video, the DeepWoken Direct, at least on Infernasu's channel, you probably recognized, or not recognized, but saw that Infernasu's cousin was in the game, quote unquote. So my question is, what does this mean, and what kind of role will this play in the whole dynamic of the game? So let's say my cousin is Smook. Will we spawn in like the same village, and can we attack and kill each other? We probably can, right? So me and him are most likely the same race. We spawn in the same village. I see cousin over his name, he sees cousin over my name. And of course, I'm assuming we'll have brothers and sisters as well. But how will the whole parenting system, like, will there be like fathers and sons and daughters and stuff like that? Because I don't know, like, how will it work when you have that big wave of players come in on the first week, and then weeks down the line you'll have like just newer players off a new update, or just randomly like new players will play the game, and then they just get assigned into just an already established random family? And also, like, is there a chance that you'll never even meet some of your, like, I don't know, like, if you spawn in the game and you started the game after, like, let's say I started the game after Smook, can I still spawn in as his cousin? And if that's the case, then is there an age system? Like, how does that work? So am I just inserted into his family? And yeah, is it, another thing, is it just like random, or is it kind of like you can choose? That's another thing. Like, is it random or can you choose? That's probably a big one right there. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be random, but that's just a question I had. I really want to know how the family system works. And you guys saw to be continued at the end, so hopefully there is a continuation, because there are a lot of things that I'm still curious about that I'm sure they'll explain. So I told you guys this video would be a lot about progression, and this question is also about progression. How will money, or currency I should say, tie into progression in this game? Because I feel like one of the big, not a problem, but a big idea in Rogue Lineage was you had to go and get coins, or whatever they were called, I forgot, to, level up with your Dragon Sage trainer, your Thief trainer, or whatever you had to do. And if you weren't getting boosted, then you probably had to put a lot of time into that. I mean, unless you were running around with strong people and ganking. Like if you were solo progressing, it probably took you a couple hours to get enough money to max. Unless, like I said, you were getting boosted off camera. But besides that, how important will money be? Because so far, we haven't seen anything about how getting currency or money in this game is going to work. Or if there's even going to be currency in this game. Which I'm almost 100% sure there will be. But I feel like that's something that no one's talking about. How big of a role will money play in this game? Can you level up without getting money? What I think, probably not. It's probably going to be similar to Rogue, where you gotta get a lot of money and progress, talk to trainers. And there's probably also going to be somewhat of an EXP system, but from everything we've seen, the quote-unquote EXP is coded a lot differently. I mean, a lot differently. This is just from what I've seen, all the leaks and stuff, and you guys can go check out what I leaked on my channel. There's like a boss battle now. And we're about to talk about mobs next, so go ahead and stay tuned for that. But that's it for this question. Alright, for my next question. How dynamic are the mob spawns and the timing and the randomness of kind of how mobs spawn in and how they fight? If you look back at my recent DeepWoken video, you'll see that there was some kind of crab boss that he kind of ran into and almost lost his life. This wasn't me, by the way. This was someone else playing, and I just found the leak and I posted it because I like views, like every other YouTuber. That's why I made this video. But yeah. So how dynamic, and sorry if the mic got a little out there, I kind of breathed out, but how dynamic are mobs going to be? How detailed are they going to be? And so far they look like they're going to be pretty detailed. If you looked at the DeepWoken Direct, you would see at the end that you open the box and a cat comes out and kind of like, or a cat human comes out and kind of like talks to you almost. So you got to see a little bit of that, unless that was like them acting and it was really a person. I don't know, because we didn't see Raguza in that scene anywhere. But yeah, a little meow cat, whatever it was. But yeah, so we also saw a guardian, and they kind of had to sneak up on him. I know a lot of people probably didn't catch that, but there is stealth killing in this game. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. You can stealth kill mobs. They're getting more and more, and I'm gonna make a video on this, but they're pushing the limits of Roblox more and more with every leak that I see. I didn't think this game would be that detailed. Like, I know I'm asking a lot of questions in this video and I'm getting a little off topic, but the game is looking great. Like, it's looking very detailed. But if I was just talking about how great the game is, then I could make a 30-minute video. But yeah, how dynamic will mobs be? How dynamic will dungeons be? How random will they be? How important will they be? What kind of things will they drop? That's what I'm curious about, and this will probably remain a mystery until we actually get to the game. But yeah, next point. And for my final question, and I feel like this will surprise a lot of people. The game used to be called Drowned Gods, and we know that it will have a focus on the sea and sailing and the winds and kind of like the little pirate stuff, and I think I'm going to enjoy sailing around at sea. But my question is, Drowned Gods, will there be deep sea, under the water exploration? In Rogue Lineage, at least in my experience, I didn't come across any sort of underwater crazy type, like just anything, wow, that's crazy, underwater. So like, as you can see in games like Minecraft, they have turtles and, sorry, my mic cut out for a minute, but yeah, like I was saying, you got turtles, fish that you can actually kill and interact with. You've got underwater zombies and just a lot of cool stuff, underwater ruins and stuff like that. So the game is called, or it was called, Drowned Gods. So I'm very curious about how being underwater, how cool will that be? What can I do if I'm underwater? Is there ruins? Are there dungeons underwater? We saw a crab boss, so that's kind of promising. If you look at once again at the leak that I showed you guys. But yeah, so I'm going to be very interested in seeing just how in depth the underwater world is, I should say. Will we need helmets? Will some races be able to breathe underwater? Just stuff like that are just gonna be really cool. And yeah, to end off this video, I wanted to talk about kind of how this game is taking innovations that no one else is taking. Like, it's just crazy. Like, if you saw in the DeepWoken Direct again, he shot fire at a tree and the tree was like burning and it caused kind of an explosion. You have mobs that are waiting for you to walk over them so they can kind of like catch you in a trap. And then the graphics of the game is, oh my god, we haven't seen an action game with graphics this good. At least not that I've seen. I could be wrong. Maybe your crappy One Piece game, if you turn the graphics all the way up, it looks just as good. But I already know my computer won't be able to run it. It can barely run my editor. But yeah, so if you like this video, make sure to subscribe. Go check out my friend Smook. He's about to hit 4K. And make sure you join the Discord. We do giveaways and all types of stuff there. Approaching 1,000 members, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, if you like this video, subscribe, comment, do all that. More analysis coming soon. And peace out.